Good evening YouTube, and it's currently night time, so the system's not charging. The Victron Smart Shunt is installed and the battery is reading 100%. So for the first time ever, I'm going to do a capacity check. So when I got this battery, if you remember back in video, whenever it was, the cells arrived at a very low state of charge and all mismatched. So no, I don't actually know how much capacity there is. There should be 110 amp hours, but did arrive in all discharged about a year ago, cause any damage. So it's time to use a smart shunt to run it all down and see what it is. As you can see here, currently we're getting no solar in, no current in. We have got current draw on the battery because this is all the ambient stuff that's in the shed. We've got 11, 13, 12ish watts always connected. If we go into history, you can see that the past couple of days we've had float charge going on. So we are fully charged on the battery, or at least we were hitting fully chargedness. It's taken a few days to get here. As you can see, when I first got it, it's some reason it went to float. I don't know quite why. It must have been because I was playing around with it. But from then, we've had a fair amount of sun. 900, 400 watts or so. And then the past 3 days, we've been getting into absorption and float. So we are fully charged. And if we go into the smart shunt, bing! We can see it with 99% charged, which is good because I've got the light on and it's been sunset for a few hours, so the ambience would have taken a bit out. So it says we've used 2.6 milliamp hours already. And 2 days if we run it like this. Well, we'll see, shall we? So that's what we've got at the moment. But if we go to there, we should be able to see consumed amp hours go up. And that should be our marker. So what I'll do now is turn on a load. So I'm going to turn the inverter on first. And you see the power's gone from 38 to 60 watts. So about 20 watts just in the idle current in the inverter. That's not surprising. And now I'm going to turn on an electric heater. And there we go, 1 kilowatt. So, how long will that last? See, the time remaining has gone down. And eventually should get to something sensible. So 1 kilowatt heater. This should last for about 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. 3 hours. We'll see if it does. Obviously this is the first time I've fully discharged this battery, so we'll see how good the calibration is on the shunt and how accurate the or how much capacity there is in the battery. So I'll come back when this is all a bit more interesting. And this is what I've got running. It's a 1 kilowatt heater, and that's obviously powered by an inverter, and I've got the balancer on the battery going off already, so that's doing stuff. So we're a few minutes in and it seems to have stabilised at the time remaining as being 47 minutes. Now if that is accurate, then that means we've only got a capacity of about 35 odd amp hours, which is not great for a 110 amp hour battery. So we will carry on and see if this is accurate or if we're going to get more out of this. What I'm hoping is that it plateaus at the bottom and we get more capacity. We'll see. Something exciting's just happened. The fan on the inverter's kicked in. Let me just get over this bucket. So cold air's coming out. Doesn't feel hot, but it's getting warm. So there you go. What time's that? About 20 minutes, maybe a bit longer, and the fan's kicked in. It's quite noisy, isn't it? So about an hour in, I haven't been keeping complete track of time. I think it's about 45 minutes or so, maybe. Time remaining has gone to NAM, whatever NAM means, which is nice. Yeah, but I've consumed 37 amp hours now, so I'm way higher than my estimate, which is good. Remember, we're aiming for 110, and 47% state of charge remaining. At this rate, we're looking about 70 amp hours, so we've gone up, so I think we should be good. I reckon we're going to get hopefully 90, if we're lucky 100. So like I say, deepest discharge so far is 37 amp hours. So yeah, we're getting there. So we're down to 1%, and time remaining is now none. Oh, 0%. We are at 0%. But we still have 24.49 volts, 24.5 volts on the backpack. Although if you go to trends, we can see the voltage has dropped off fairly quickly. So along here, voltage has been fairly flat, and then suddenly it started to drop. So is that a sign the battery is getting low? We'll see. We'll keep going. 68 amp hours, so probably on for 70 amp hours. Can we get to 100? We'll see. We will see. Stop. How do I stop recording? Ah! So after about 2 hours, I've decided to stop the test, mainly because the battery's getting quite hot. I'm getting heat build up in these terminals here. I mean, this is a very hot terminal. That's hot down there, and then the cables coming out the BMS are hot. So I think that connection there is generating a lot of heat, and of course these terminals on these batteries are quite small. So I mean they're warm, but these ones here are hot. Like you wouldn't want to put your finger on there for too long. In fact, it is making the cells warm up. So because of that, I don't want to kill my battery. I've decided to stop the test early. I'll show you the results that I've got so far. And this is what I've currently got. So I'm back up, because there's no load, back up to 25.6 volts, 25.7. And I pulled 70, we'll call it 78 amp hours. In history, it's got 78 amp hours up here. So that is a reasonable amount. I mean, I do think if I was to keep going, I could pull over 100 amp hours now. In fact, I'll probably pull the 110, but I won't know. But I am happy with that. I mean, it suits my needs. Just do some quick maths here. 24.5. So I've pulled 1.9 kilowatt hours. So 1.9 kilowatt hours. Yeah, I think that's good enough. And I'm pretty sure that the battery can do more if I beef up the connections. Well, it can do more. It's just that they put in all that load for the amount of time. But for now, thank you for that video. Hope it wasn't too boring. And see you again next time. Maybe I'll do a proper load test. Right, thank you. Bye for now.